Hello, everyone. It's Lynsey Landry, intuitive and spiritual business mentor, and I wanted to do this short video to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me and my work. So, as an intuitive and spiritual business mentor, I absolutely love helping women to trust their intuition, step into their gifts, and align their business to their soul and do the work that they're here to do. And what that looks like is, I've seen people in their business, even successful business coaches or health coaches, and even though they're successful and they have businesses, there's pieces of themselves that they don't allow to be seen or they don't allow to meet the world. And one of my passions is helping these women tap into those places within themselves and to bridge it to where they can be seen and they can show up in the world on a deeper level and work with their clients on a deeper level. And just a little bit about my story and how I got here. Throughout my teens and early 20s, I struggled with my health and a variety of different health issues, and also my weight. And this led me to search for answers and solutions, and I saw multiple doctors. I went to dietitians, and despite all the different practitioners that I went to, I always felt like there was a deeper reason, and there was something deeper why my body was hurting, why I was struggling with all these issues. This led me to become a registered dietitian. So all throughout college, I studied nutrition and became a registered dietitian. And my sophomore year of college, I ended up seeing a holistic health coach. And within the first session with her, I think she spent about 2 hours with me. And I just remember feeling so seen. I felt like it all made sense. I was able to connect the dots. And it really just resonated with me, like all the things she was telling me about my body and how it was working and why things were happening the way they were. And within about a month of taking the supplements, I started to see huge improvements. I started losing weight. I started feeling better. My mood was better. And this led me for a yearning to learn more about holistic health and holistic healing. And so I became a certified natural health professional. And I started to follow this holistic path for myself. And one thing that I noticed throughout my journey is there would be places and times when, despite everything that I was doing right, so I was eating all the right foods, I was exercising, sometimes even 2 hours a day, I was taking supplements, and I would hit these periods of where I would still gain weight, or I'd feel really depressed. And what I realized that my feelings and my emotions and what was going on in my life was a direct correlation into how my body would respond. So when I had a lot going on, or if I had something emotional that I was going through, maybe like an argument with a friend or a relationship or something like that, my body would respond, and often that looked like either physical pain or weight gain. And when I started to realize this, I ended up finding a spiritual mentor. And the more I dove into understanding my body and understanding the emotional connection, the more and more it made sense to me, and the more I wanted to learn about it. And that is also when energy healing fell into my life. And I still remember the first session, and the first time that I ever had energy work, it was focused around relationships and also my physical body. And I remember just feeling so seen, so understood. And the woman that I saw, she was very intuitive, and I just wanted to know how she was doing what she did. And the day after that session, I got called and offered a job that I didn't even apply for, and I was sold. I wanted to know how to do this work. And that was in about 2009. So since then, I have been studying energy work and energy healing. I left Louisiana and I went and volunteered at a yoga center where I lived for 4 months and studied different healing modalities, mind, body healing, energy work. And whenever I got back in 2010, I started working as a nutritionist, and one of the patterns that I would notice with all of my clients is food was never really the issue. It was always these deeper things, and most of the time it was either they weren't showing up in their relationships like they really wanted, they weren't allowing people to really see them, or they weren't allowing themselves to claim their desires. And when I was working with these clients, I always found myself wanting to go so much deeper. And some clients would even tell me things like, "You're not a psychotherapist. I don't want a psychotherapist. Like, I don't want to be doing this work." And I would hit these places of being so frustrated because I felt like the clients that I were attracting weren't wanting to do the work that I really wanted to be doing with them. And so for a long time, I hid my gifts, and I didn't tell people about my healing abilities, and I didn't even practice Reiki for the first couple of years, or energy work. And when I finally started to come out of the energetic closet, I was really, I discerned who I would do the work with, and I didn't allow everyone to see that side of me. And it was really challenging. You know, I really felt like I was too much, or I didn't know how people would receive me, and I didn't want to hurt them, you know, because a lot of what I do is deep shadow work. And the more and more I began to own my gifts and to step forward into what it was that I really wanted to be doing. And for me, that looked like teaching about energy, starting to teach Reiki and to teach energy healing classes. The more and more I did that, the more I attracted clients to me who wanted that work and who really valued it and appreciated it. And then about a year and a half ago, I switched gears in my business, and I gave up being a registered dietitian, and I started to work solely with healers and spiritual entrepreneurs, helping them to fully own their gifts and to trust their intuition and to allow their gifts to be seen and to be put into the world. So now that is what I do, and I absolutely love it. I love helping my clients get the external pieces of their business into alignment, so their offers, their message, but then also their internal world. So moving through those blocks of being seen, moving through the fear of charging your worth or fully owning your power. And all of this is so important, because what I found for myself is when I was putting myself out there as a dietitian or even an energy healer, and there was pieces of what I was putting out that didn't really feel good and aligned to me, then I found myself not wanting to put it out. When I got to that sweet spot of actually being able to show up as myself and to communicate that to the world, it became so much easier. You know, I started a Facebook community. I started to engage. I didn't need to hide anymore because I was in my zone. I was able to own my confidence and my power. And that is what I absolutely love helping entrepreneurs do. So whether you are in the early stages of your business, 6 months to a year, or, if you are a successful business owner, but yet you know that you're wanting to show up and connect with your clients on a deeper level, those are the women that I love to serve with. And that is what we do also in my Facebook community, Soul Inspired Success. Each week we have prompts where we dive deep and explore these deeper areas to where you can start to allow your essence and your heart and soul to come through to your work. Because when we show up in that way, that is when, that's when people want to work with us. And that's when people really vibrate with what we're doing. And so it's such an honor to have you in the community and watching this video. And I am so looking forward to getting to know and connect with each of you.